All right, team. All right, you guys ready? All right. We're gonna start with that. We're gonna build on last week. So we're gonna start again with that cat-cow variation. So come to all fours. Ground yourself here. We're gonna start nice and easy. As you know, I'm in Canada. I'm in an earlier time zone. So it's nice and early and quiet. I love quiet mornings. Okay, once you ground yourself on all fours, what you're gonna do, we're gonna, on an inhale, we're gonna look up, crown to the sky, nice arch through the back, and then exhale, C curve, nice C curve with that spine. Again, inhale. You've done this before. Look up to the sky, following your own breath, exhale. C curving it. One more just like that in that traditional cat-cow. Now, on the next inhale, look up to the sky. Exhale, C curve it, but this time sit all the way back to your heels. Forearms come down, push through the ground, arch through the back, so you're exaggerating that follow through. Look up to the sky. Again, exhale. Make it audible. Reach back, stretch it. Forearms to the floor. Scoop through. Is that the best way to say it? Scoop through. Look up to the sky. Two more just like that. This should feel so good for the spine. Especially early in the morning. You don't want to do something too crazy. Exhale, last round. And scoop through. And back to neutral. How did that feel? Should feel pretty good. We're going to go into some hip rotations to bring some blood flow to the hips. This one may feel like a little bit of a workout, but I assure you it's so good for the hips. Come into all fours, nice and neutral. All you're going to do is you're going to lift the left knee off the floor. You're going to bring it to the chest. So the only thing that's moving is your leg, okay? Bring it to the chest, then bring it to the side, and then bring it all the way back into that 90 degrees, and then bring it back to center. So this is very slow. We're doing 5 circles, nice and slow. Bring it back. We're using that full range of motion. In. Only thing that moves is that one leg in that range of that hip socket. Just warming up the hips here. You hear a pop or crack? Oh, it's all good. 2 more just like that. You're doing so good. One more. Out to the side. Back. And bring those knees down. Give your wrists a little bit of a break. Just lean back. We're going to do the other side. You should feel pretty warm. All right, pick up that right knee. Nice. Bring it to the side. Bring it all the way back. And then bring it in. Nice. Bring it to the side. Bring it back in that beautiful circular motion. Bring it back. Back to center. 3 more. And you're probably going, oh, feeling warm now. And 1 more with me to the side. And back to center. Bring both knees down. Deep inhale. Exhale, bring it back to child's pose. We're taking it nice and easy today.
All right, team. We're gonna do a bit of a beautiful glute stretch
to stretch that out. So come back to all fours whenever you're ready. Ground yourself. On an inhale, you're going to lift the left leg straight out, extend it. On an exhale, you're going to actually take it all the way over, kind of across. You can tuck the right foot, toes, okay? And both toes are going to be tucked under. You're going to cross it over. What you're going to do is you're going to actually now reach your right hand, reach your left hand towards that right side of the body. Now, for some of you, you may be upright, and that's enough of a stretch. For others, you may feel the stretch once you come down. So you pick whatever pose feels great for you today. You'll be activating that right glute. You'll feel it. And to go even deeper, you're going to make more of a C curve with your body. So you pick the level that you feel good and breathe. 5 deep breaths. And we're holding. It should feel so good, releasing that glute, that hips that have been holding all that tension while we all sit at our desks, working hard. Last deep inhale. And exhale, bring the hands back to neutral first, then swing the leg back, extend it, then bring it back to that neutral tabletop position. Beautiful. Oh, feel the difference between the glute. Now that you've done it, you know how much intensity to try on the other side. So on an inhale, lift the knee. Exhale, extend that leg, the other leg. It's my right leg for me. Extend it over that left, tucking the toes. From here, I'm gonna walk my hands, and you're gonna find one side may hold more restriction than the other. Get in that beautiful, I call this the banana, whatever you wanna call it. Beautiful C curve with that body, feeling in that left glute this time. And again, focus back to that breath. Your breath is your best friend here. You're doing so good. With every breath, think of sinking and releasing that glute just a tiny bit more. Next, inhale. Bring the hands back to neutral. Exhale, uncross, extend, and then back to tabletop. All right, team, sit back onto those heels. Come on up. You did so good. We're going to go deeper into the hips because, hey, we all need to open up our hips a bit more in the morning. All right, for this one, you may need your blocks, okay? So have your blocks close by. We are doing a variation of fire log pose. So we did this last week, but we're just pressing just a bit more. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna come into a seated position, okay? So come to seated first, that's the easiest thing. What you're gonna do is you're gonna bring your right leg over and stack it over the left. Now, it's early morning, so you're gonna find restriction in the hips. And if this knee is coming right up, you're gonna support it with the block by sitting, just like that. Now, if you're finding that your knees are still rising, you can sit on a block to elevate and elongate the spine so that you sit nice and tall. So you pick what variation works for you. Option 1, sit nice and tall using the blocks, keep yourself upright. Option 2, once your spine is nice and long, you want to bring your hands and see if you can come down and stack them on top of those legs. Once you are there, if you feel like, okay, this morning I feel a little limber, I can go a little further, you can bring those hands all the way down. Now we're going to be doing a variation of this, so we're going to first go sink into this beautiful pose forward in a neutral position. So you pick whatever position that is. Some people may want to actually bring blocks forward and help them stay upward like this. And breathe. You're doing so good. Stay in it. Think of bringing that right knee down to the floor. On the next inhale, exhale, bring the hands up. You're going to come into into a variation. So you're gonna actually bring both hands to the right side. So whatever a foot, knee is on top, that's the side you wanna go to. So you're gonna lean your body to that side, keeping both sit bones on the floor. You're gonna actually do a little bit of a twist. So forward bend with a twist. So same thing. Option 1, you can stay right up here. Option 2, you can bring the hands to the thigh. Lean forward. Option 3, you can bring it all the way down to the floor. All right, T, we're gonna come into another variation from here. Take your last inhale. Exhale, come on up. Now from here, your left hand goes on that right knee, okay? Right hand reaches back, and you're gonna come into an upper body twist, looking over that right shoulder. And breathe. From here, if you'd like more of a bind, you can grab total option, okay? Giving you lots of different ways. You can bring your right hand and see if you can loop it back around and grab hold of the thigh. But again, this is not necessary. You can just stay right here because it feels so good for the spine. Sitting nice and tall. And smile, you're here. Next inhale. Exhale, bring the head back to neutral. Hands come back to the mid-center of the body. You're feeling pretty good. If your foot is asleep, give it a nice massage. We're gonna be switching real quick here. So to get out of this pose, you're gonna lift the left knee, foot off the floor, swing that leg out, and you're gonna windshield wiper the legs just to give it some blood flow. You're doing so good. Hope that felt good. Felt great for me, especially in the morning. All right, team, ready to do it on the other side? Yes, you are. Okay, so come on up to that comfortable seated position. Other side, so left foot over right. Now this side is restricted, a lot more restricted for me. So bring that block and support it if you need it. If you don't need it, think about bringing that leg all the way down to meet the foot. Okay. Step 1, you can stay right up here and stay right here with that long, beautiful spine, smiling face. Or option 2, stack the arms on top of the feet. Option 3, bring it all the way down. Now, whatever intensity you did on one side, you want to even it out and balance it on the other side into the yang, right? So for me, what I did was I used my blocks. So I'm going to do this exact same thing. And back to that breath, making it audible. And at this point, I invite you all to, if you'd like, close your eyes. Enjoy this blissful moment where you just let go of those hips. Couple more breaths. Last inhale, bring the hands up to neutral. Okay, we're gonna go into that twist to the left side of that body. So all you're gonna do is lean just a little bit to the left. Same thing, both sit bones rounded, bringing the hands to the floor or to your block or to your thigh, up to you. This one can get pretty intense. So feel free to ease out of it if you need. Listen to your body, do what your body needs to do. All right, team, we're gonna come on up and we're gonna come to that beautiful upper body twist. So right hand on that left knee, left hand reaches back towards that backside wall. Look over your left shoulder, that beautiful upper body twist while keeping the sit bones grounded, hips square, spine is elongated. You're nice and sitting nice and tall, crown of the head, reaching towards the sky. And again, if you like a beautiful morbid bind, reach the hand up all the way around that mid back and reaching towards that your right thigh. Yes. Or if you like to take it a little bit less today, or if a bind is not really within your practice this morning, stay right here. Breaths here at your own pace. Next inhale, bring your head back to neutral. Exhale, brings both hands onto both knees. Great work. Give that foot a nice little massage with those knuckles. Great work. All right, team, we're going to get out of this and we're actually going to go into a deep squat or malasana garland pose to flush it out, okay? So bring that opposite leg out, unwind. Ooh, feel that difference. What you're gonna do is you're actually gonna swing the legs all the way around and you're gonna walk towards whatever you like. Tuck the toes underneath and you're gonna come in to your garland pose. Now, options. If you have a lot of restrictions in your hips, or if you feel like, oh, I'm gonna fall back, use blocks. Tuck them underneath your heels, use them as leverage, and then take the legs nice wide apart, and then bring your hands to palm center. So this way your spine is nice and long, you're not rounding, and you're sitting right up. Now, if you feel pretty good in the hips today, you can step away and come into your garland pose this way. Hands to palm center, elbows pushing against that the inner knees or the inner thighs there. And what you want to do is your chest is up, you're opening up that inner groin, you'll feel it in the hip socket. And breathing. If you're really struggling with this pose, I know, because this is one of the hardest poses for us human beings in 2020. You may want to be up more and legs more farther apart. So play with it. This is one pose that I think is one of the most important poses. It keeps the hips open. And believe it or not, this is supposed to be a rest pose. So this is supposed to be like a sitting pose. The squatty potty pose is what people call it. All right, on the next inhale, hands come to the floor, feet come back to squared position, and all you're gonna do is remove the blocks behind you and sit back on your butt. Sit back, nice. I'm just gonna make sure I keep track of time so that we're all good. Yes, we're doing great on time. So you're gonna sit back. We're gonna come into half hero's pose, Supta Virasana. This will open up the hips and the glutes once again. You can see a pattern here. What you're gonna do is you're gonna tuck the right leg to the side. Now, if you find a lot of pressure on the knees, you can actually sit on a block and that'll alleviate the pressure on your knees. Keep this knee bent for now, okay? Or you're sitting on the floor. You pick. Sometimes people like putting a blanket under there. Up to you. other leg extends forward. Flexing that foot, activating. Okay, everything's active here. From here, option 1, you can just lean back. Again, spine is nice and long. You're looking up to the sky and you're just holding here. Option 2, you can come to your forearms. Option 3, come all the way to the floor. So we're gonna be here for a while, so you pick a position that works for you. And again, 5 deep breaths at your own time. Feel free to close the eyes and think about this thigh releasing to the floor. Two more breaths. Next, inhale to get out. Tuck the forearms first. Come onto your forearms, then onto your palms, and then push up. From here, we're gonna come into a little bit of a forward fold, so you may want to use your strap. Okay, so from this position, this upright half hero's pose, keep this foot activated. You're gonna bring that strap around the ball of the foot, and we're not gonna come into a full forward bend. All you're gonna do is elongate the spine first, and look up at the ceiling. Crown of the head reaches towards the ceiling, and then from here, nice curve in the back and slowly come forward. I'm not doing a full forward bend this morning. We're just activating the back of those, the back hamstrings here. And you'll feel them fire up once you're in this pose. All right, take your next breath. And exhale, unhook that strap. Lean back first, and then swing, unwind that leg. Nice. Shake out both legs, give them a nice little break. Other side. All right. For me, left foot goes behind. Again, feel free to sit on that block if that's good for you. Option 1, make sure you're activating that opposite leg, opposite foot. Come on back to your forearms or full reclined position. And stay here. Release. Two more breaths. Such a beautiful pose. And it feels so good. Hips. Next, inhale. Open the eyes. Come onto your forearms and push back up. Grab your strap. Flex that foot. Loop it around the ball of the foot. Again, nice flat back. And activate the back hamstrings by flexing the foot and pushing up, pulling the strap towards you. And on the next inhale, unhook it, Exhale, come on up. Swing that leg around. And yes, we're coming all the way to our Shavasana now. So come into whatever comfortable seated position you feel today. I'm going to take mine in Supta Baddha Konasana, which is reclined bound angle. So the soles of the feet together, just because today's a hip opener. We're going to open up those hips just a tiny bit more while relaxing. Palms of the hands facing the ceiling. And from here, just release everything. Let everything go. You just gave your hips, your glute, a fantastic release. Point, I invite you all to place your hands on your belly and the mid-abdominals. We're going to finish off with some belly breathing. This is one of the best relaxation techniques when you're stressed, when you have anxiety, especially during this time. So what you're going to do is your hands comfortably on your belly. On an inhale, take a deep, deep breath. Fill your stomach kind of like a balloon full of air. Do that now. Inhale. Hold at the top for 3, 2, 1, and then exhale out fully. That entire air balloon is gone. Again, deep inhale. Fill that entire balloon full of air. Hold at the top and exhale. 2 more times just like that. Inhale. Hold. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now I invite you to go at your own pace. Let's do 2 more by ourselves. Whenever you're finished your 2 rounds, come back to that neutral, relaxed breath. Now, I always say in my classes, if you'd like to stay here as long as you'd like. No need to come out. But if you'd like to come out with me, if you're in Supta Baddha Konasana, you're going to release the feet first, extending nice and long. Start to wiggle the toes, move the fingers. You can keep your eyes closed or your gaze soft at this point. You don't have to open them. Bend the knees. Come to a nice, easy fetal position, cradling the head with one hand. From here, if you feel pretty good, press up, come on up to seated, and come to that comfortable seated position, whatever that looks for you. Keep the gaze soft or keep the eyes closed. Sitting nice and tall, but still in that meditative, relaxed state that you were just in. I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you for coming out this early in the morning to do yoga with me. I hope your body feels so much more energized and so much more relaxed as you take on this day.